going on, y'all? Welcome to another edition of the Pick and Pop podcast. My name is Bryan. I'm alongside
Aldrin.
And today's episode is called New Home. How was your week?
The week was good, man. Too short. We're about to get a snowstorm tomorrow, so not looking forward to that. But it is what it is. I mean, I guess I get to stay home.
Work from
so
home.
That's always cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be really bad. So that's cool.
Just when you thought winter was over, how about you, man? How's things going?
Everything's good. Just been chilling this weekend. I've been going in on Hogwarts Legacy. Just been playing some video games. Just going in.
That game is like the top game right now. Everybody wants to be in Slytherin, and if you know the houses for Harry Potter, it's like Slytherin and then Ravenclaw. Everybody wants to be in those two houses.
Yeah, the Slytherin. I made sure I got into that house. It's the only house that matters to me. I'm a Baltimore type of guy in Grindelwald.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the dark spells, so I just been doing that.
Yeah, it's a good game, man. I'm really looking forward to playing it myself. Just no time yet, but I'll make some time.
Yeah, for sure. You got to.
Yeah.
But yeah, NBA. We're post All-Star break, so like NBA started up again.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook has a new home. He was traded to the Jazz during the trade deadline, and he was looking for a new home. He ended up signing with the Clippers, and Paul George really pushed for it. How do you feel about that trade? Like, do you think? I know the Clippers need a point guard. Do you think it's a good fit?
Yes and no. The yes part of it is, for me, is he played very well with Paul George, but Paul George is the second guy, let's be honest. Is he going to play well with Kawhi? Is Kawhi going to accept him in that rotation? Because he is going to start, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, he wants to start. I mean, he made that abundantly clear to them. And he started, he played with them the other day, and he started. I forgot who they played against, but they had like a crazy double overtime game and a high-scoring game. I just don't know, like, I feel like he's not the right type of point guard for them. They need a point guard for sure, but I just don't think they need a ball dominant point guard. They needed like a prime Pat Beverly type, even though they had Pat Beverly in the past. But
I think they should have had I think they should have went after Fred VanVleet. A guy like that. Eric Gordon was a great pickup for the Clippers. We I think we're sleeping on that. He was over there before, so he's back home.
Yeah, Eric Gordon, he could play the point guard too. He can play that.
He can. That second unit with Eric Gordon is pretty deadly. With Eric Gordon, I think Powell, Norman Powell. I don't know. I think Batum starts, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's there 4.
Yeah,
and then it's like Zubac as 5, something like that. The Kings had beat them that game. The Kings are serious. The Kings are serious this year.
Third in the West, I'm shocked. Like I
want to see them in the playoffs. I do want to see them in the playoffs. Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox, man, they deserve to be all-stars this year.
Yeah, they played really well. The Kings are playing really well. I'm shocked. I never thought that they were going to be in a playoff hunt, let alone third in the East, third in the West. Because that's
shout out to that coach.
Yeah, Mike Brown is a hell of a coach.
Mike Brown is a hell of a coach. Yeah, he's a hell of a. I think he's a good guy too. I never hear anything bad about him.
Yeah, honestly, he did great in Cleveland with LeBron. He didn't really do too well in the Lakers, so I'm glad he got another chance in the NBA. He's really proven, that he's a great coach and adapting to the modern day. So I wish him I wish them the best, and I've always liked that franchise too. They've been so bad and dysfunctional for years, but I've been a fan since the C-Webb days. So
same here. That was the year where we wanted C-Webb to. I love Kobe, but I wanted C-Webb to go far with that squad.
Yeah, they had a nice squad too with Baby, Vlade Divac, Turkoglu, Stojakovic. I love that team. They were great. They were fun to watch.
Doug Christie.
Yeah, they were fun to watch too.
They were very fun to watch. Great squad. A lot of different personalities on that squad. Good coaching, good top to bottom organization at the time. they're, obviously they're coming back, and that's good to see and say.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And I think, but like the West, I don't know. It's up in the air. Like we were talking about the Clippers getting Westbrook. I don't know if that necessarily like the West. I feel like is just so up in the air. I don't know if that makes them a top contender. We were talking about off air, like with KD, you know, he's still out. They were thinking he might come back today against the Bucks, I believe, but he's out for today's game. And I just wonder when he's going to come back because people are just assuming that they're going to win it all. Like on paper, they're a really talented team with KD, but you also need that chemistry. And if he's going to come back like right before the playoffs, I don't know if that's enough time for him to kind of gel with the team and fit. Although KD is the type that can play with anybody, but they just need some time to really gel with each other.
I'm sorry, for me, if they don't win it this year, I think it's a bust.
You think it's a bust?
Yeah. Oh, well, they have 2 years for me, actually. I should be fair. They have 2 years for me. If they don't win it in those 2 years, because is Chris Paul going to be better next year? Let's
No,
be serious.
he's not getting any better. He's old.
There was also rumors that they wanted to get Carmelo Anthony. We'll see how true that is.
Yeah, I know KD had just spoke up and he said that Melo should still be in the league. I mean, Melo can still come off the bench and give you some buckets for sure. No doubt about that. I just don't know if that really, doesn't really put them over the hump. If you ask me, I think they're probably fine as is. But they just really need to get build that chemistry, and for that, KD needs to come back because KD's not getting any younger either, and he seems to be injury prone already. His game
I
is
don't
not
know.
based off athleticism, but
Yeah. That's what I was saying to you off air. That KD situation every year getting injured and missing significant amount of games, that to me is a little weird because when he comes back, he's great, granted, but there's still like a step that's missing from his game, and it affects the whole team. I don't know if it's they can't gel correct right away. He can gel. He's KD. KD's gonna be KD, but it's the people around you because this is a team sport. Let's be serious.
yeah, exactly.
And
As a team,
honestly, before sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
that's all
the Melo situation, I think Melo's blackballed because of the Lala thing, like his personal
good.
drama. I honestly feel
Yeah.
like that's the reason.
Yeah, because I've never understood because he can still play. Like there's dudes that are like bums who don't even get any burn that are still in the league. So I don't see why he can't get a contract. Even way back from like when he had the issue with the Rockets where they signed him for like 10 games and then got rid of him, and then he played pretty well last year on the Lakers too. I mean, they weren't successful, but he wasn't bad. Like he could still play and give you some burn. So hopefully we'll see. Maybe the Suns might give him a chance. We'll see. Who knows? But I think he should still be in the league because he could still play. Um, but yeah, just out west, I just think like now the Clippers getting Russ, the Suns getting KD, Denver obviously it looks like Jokic is going to get his third MVP in a row. The only player since Bird to do that, 3 MVPs if he can do it this year. And it's crazy as a center he's averaging a triple double. So
Yeah, that's wild. He's gonna go down as the top center when he leaves the game. I still think Embiid's better, especially that game that they just recently had, the Sixers, where they came back from what, 20?
yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how the West is shaping up because like obviously the Mavs also got Kyrie. They're trying to gel together. They're in a tight game right now with the Lakers, so they might, they could be a dark horse as well out west. And then, I think the Grizzlies just smacked the Nuggets last night. So, you got the Nuggets, you got the Grizzlies, you got the Suns, you got the Kings, Mavs, Clippers. That top six is going to be interesting to see how the playoff shapes up and how that goes. You know, the playing tournament out west. The Warriors, they got their championship resume, so you can never count them out if they're able to get Curry back and get healthy. But they're having a brutal year. Timberwolves, I don't trust. Jazz, I don't trust. Pelicans are trash. Like the Knicks just smacked them yesterday. So I don't know. The West is up in the air. I don't even know. Like who would you think's coming out like coming out of the West, like the Nuggets or well, probably the Suns. They can get it together.
The Suns, if they can get it together, if not the Suns, I don't see anybody beating Denver that easily.
Denver's gonna be tough.
I don't trust the Grizzlies. Even though Jaren Jackson has kind of stepped in that role, and he was an All-Star this year, which was really pretty good. We said in the past he needed to step up, and he did. But I still think the Grizzlies are too arrogant for their own good.
Yeah, they haven't done anything to really be that arrogant. Like Denver, I don't know. I just don't trust them because they've never really proven to like, win the big series and because they've had the same nucleus for years. They really got over the hump, but maybe this year is finally their year. Jokic is getting better and better every year. Like I never would have thought he'd be in a position to win 3 MVPs in a row. Like he's one of the best players in the league, like top 5, but I didn't think he'd be in the MVP conversation for 3 years straight. So he's balling. Maybe this is finally their year to go to the finals.
Yeah, if he wins let's say he wins the finals, that would be nice if he faced Embiid in the finals.
That would be crazy.
Embiid, that's must-see TV.
Yeah, that we really know who's the best in the league right now, best center in the league. But I think I might go with Denver, but that's just like a pick with my heart because I always like the Denver Nuggets, like with Jokic and Paul Murray. But I think the Suns, if they're healthy, are probably the better team. But I'll go with Denver going out west.
Yeah, I'm definitely rocking with that pick too. I'm same. It's either Denver or if KD comes back, they said supposedly he's back today. If he comes back and he's doing his thing, then sky's the limit.
Yeah, sky's the limit for sure. And then you got out east, a lot going on. Nate McMillan was fired.
Yeah,
that's tough to see because especially him being a black coach, and black coaches don't really get that many opportunities in the NBA. Sad to see. And I don't think he was a problem on the Hawks, honestly. He's a great coach.
Yeah.
He's a really great coach, been coaching for years. And then he took them to the playoffs past few years, honestly. And, it's funny because, like, obviously he had problems with Trae Young, and they're going to go with Trae Young just because.
Yeah, they haven't had a good Trae's their franchise, and then there's rumors that Trae's not happy being over there. And teams like Miami and like the Knicks are like, oh, they should get Trae Young, flip Brunson and Julius or something for Trae.
I'd do that in a heartbeat.
Because you don't know I'm not saying Trae's the number one guy, but that's a good first step.
Yeah, that's a great first step because I'll take him over. He'd easily be the best player on the team. Like he's brought on like easily. He's better than Randall, better than RJ for sure. I'd trade RJ.
Yeah.
For him in an instant.
So you hear those rumors and you hear all those things, and Quinn Snyder going over there was kind of a blessing because maybe that could keep Trae.
Yeah.
Because Quinn has a way of like dealing with the stars of the teams and bringing the best out of people. Like he brought the best out of Rudy Gobert, even though we think Rudy's overrated, but Rudy's been an all-star for a couple years now and defensive player of the year, and he's big time.
Yeah, he's a great coach. I mean, he had a great system over there in Utah with Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell really thrived playing for the Jazz over there. They developed him.
Yeah. And then he went to Cleveland and just got better.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted Quinn Snyder for coaching the Knicks, but obviously Tom Thibodeau has the Knicks playing well this year, so they're 6-7 games over 500. But I think Snyder's a better coach. I would have took him.
Oh, for sure, especially for today's NBA. He understands things. He takes risk, and that's what you need in a coach. You need people to take risk.
Yeah, so I would have easily taken him over Tom Thibodeau. But yeah, I think. Do you think with that move, that coaching move, they'll be in the playoff hunt?
They could be in the play-in game, and I mean, you can't sleep on Atlanta. Sadiq Bey I think he's a great player. Nobody talks about him. I think he's going to get better and better.
Yeah, Sidibe is a really good wing player, and this is a wing league too, so that was a great
Yeah,
pickup for
I
them.
like Sadiq Bey. I honestly, in the back of my head, I wanted them to get rid of Barrett for Sadiq and then maybe move quickly to the shooting guard position since they love them some quickly.
Yeah, they love they
Um,
definitely love them quickly.
they do. So why not put quickly at the shooting guard position, get him more touches, and then you have Brunson running the show like he always does, and then you have you still keep Julius Randle because Julius Randle's actually I like him. He's playing well.
Yeah, he's playing well. He's like an
That's
all-star
all
this
I
year.
want. Like the All Star, I mean, he was projected to be an All Star, and he's been kind of fulfilling he's been kind of succeeding at that. So, um, maybe a Sadiq Bey for RJ Barrett, I think that would have been a great move. But
Yeah, I mean they're like I said, they're playing well. They're 7 games over 500. They're in the sixth spot right now. The Knicks we're talking about. They're gonna take over. They're gonna pass Brooklyn. Brooklyn lost to the Hawks today.
yeah,
The Cavs got to be careful because they're on a 3-game losing streak right now. So they got to
yeah,
be careful. Knicks might pass them up and be fourth. The highest I can see the Knicks being is fourth place. I don't see them.
yeah, not more than that. And then I think
Uh,
we probably get eliminated by the Cavs.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like they match up well with the Cavs just because they have a small backcourt too with Garland and Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
So I feel like we match up pretty well with them. I think they could be the Cavs. Definitely, they beat Brooklyn.
If Mobley is playing well, I don't think we could beat the Cavs. What big is going to stop Mobley? Mobley has really good games against us.
I say Mitch, if he's actually healthy, should be able to. He should be able to. He should see if he's healthy.
I don't want to see Mitch asking for help.
We shall see. I mean, because I think only teams that are like head and shoulders above the Knicks in the East is just the Celtics, Bucks, and Sixers.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I don't fear any other team for that. Miami, you always got to respect because they're a
Yeah.
great coach team. But that's really it. You know, I don't really think any other team out East outside of them. They're probably the fourth best, I would say, right now. So it's interesting to see. And then, like we were saying, the Bucks beat the Suns today without Giannis, so they won 14 straight. They're really catching fire at the right time. Chris Middleton's back. He hasn't been balling, crazy. He's just getting like 13 a game this year, but they're gonna need. They were missing him last year, and that was a key difference in them not going to the finals last year. So he's
Yeah.
back. Giannis has a right quad contusion. Hopefully he's not out for too long because obviously they ain't going nowhere without Giannis. Like,
No, they're not. They're not. They're not. They're not. They're not.
yeah, yeah. So we don't know. I don't know how long he's going to be out for. Hopefully it's just a short time so he can kind of just come back and just dominate because I like the Bucks. Giannis is like the best player in the league right now, hands down. It's going to be a battle between them and the Celtics. The Celtics also, they've been playing well. They just beat the Sixers last night, and they also their interim head coach, they made a permanent situation. So
Mm-hmm.
Ime Udoka is definitely gone. There was talks that the Hawks were considering Ime Udoka, but obviously they went with Snyder. You think he's ever gonna get a job again?
No, just the way that story leaked. Um, uh, maybe not now. Maybe in a couple years.
Yeah, maybe in a year or so he'll back. Time will tell. But the Celtics are playing well. Bucks are really playing well. They're saying Giannis isn't going to be out for too long, so that's good. But I think the East, like as I said, it's a 2-team race. I don't really trust the Sixers just because of like Doc and James Harden. I don't trust them at all. So I think it's just a 2-team race between the Bucks and the Celtics. But the Bucks look really good right now. So and they're clicking and gelling at the right time. They started off this year pretty slow, but they're cruising along at the right time for sure.
Yeah.
It's a two team race out east. Um, Miami is, they got Kevin Love, but they're struggling this whole year. Like Jimmy Butler had said, he's tired of losing. I think they pretty much peaked. Would you say?
Yeah, Miami's peaked. They're still. I'm still looking for Tyler Hero. Sometimes I forget he's in the league. Um,
He's a nice role player. That's about it.
uh, um, he's he's not better than RJ. I don't want to hear that.
Nah, he's not better than RJ. Tyler Hero is just he's like a white version of like J.R. Smith or like um Waiters, like Deion Waiters. I think that's what he's gonna be. It's not. I don't think he'll be anything more than that. Come off the bench, spark plug off the bench. He's
Yeah,
getting 20 a game, but it's just not. He's just not that guy. He's not. He doesn't have star potential. He played really well in the bubble, and everyone thought like he had star potential, but like I don't see it. And Jimmy, he said he's tired of losing. I don't know. I could see Jimmy Butler like potentially wanting to leave.
yeah. At that point, he should definitely go to a contender. He's a wing. He's one of those wings that it's very desirable in the league. So he would. A lot of people would go after him. I was saying off air, teams I could see him going to is like the Bucks or maybe back to Philly. There's no Ben Simmons over there, so maybe he'd be more inclined to going over there again.
Yeah, they gave up the wrong player. They should have kept Jimmy. I think if they had kept Jimmy instead of Ben, they probably could have won by now.
Yeah, that stupid shot that Kawhi did ruined them because they would have dominated the Warriors that final year.
Yeah, man, it's a shame.
Embiid would have had Embiid would have had dominated them. Who was at the time I think it was like Andrew Bogut and Kayvon Looney or something like that.
It was Kevin Looney. Yeah,
Yeah,
he would have got dominated. Barbecue chicken.
yeah,
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Yeah, they would have won it all that year too. It's a shame. And Butler probably would have got re-signed. And look at
yeah.
Ben now. Ben's a bust pretty much. They gave up the wrong player.
He's getting like 7 a game. He's not even the best player on the Nets. It's that Johnson. It's that Thomas kid.
Yeah, Jimmy should go to Portland with Dame. Actually,
That would be great too. They did give what's his name a lot of money though, Jeremy Grant, and they play the same position. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you could
He
probably
could play Jimmy at the 2.
Yeah, or you could maybe put Grant at the 4 and then put Jimmy at the 3. I feel like Jimmy's probably more of a 2, honestly. You could put him at the 2. Then you got Dame, Jeremy Grant. Like, it's not bad.
It's not bad. Another squad I could see him going to is like what's it called? Maybe Dallas.
Dallas, yeah, that would actually be great for them. Especially if it doesn't work out with Kyrie, or even if they keep Kyrie, if you can get kind of finagle that, you have Kyrie, Jimmy Butler, and Luka together.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're talking, because they just lost to the Lakers today, so Dallas needs all the help they can get. Like, they need all the help that they can get, and yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, LeBron at 26, AD at 30. And Luca and Kate and Kyrie both played. So I wonder. Well, they still need time to really gel together. So I won't judge the Mavericks yet. They still need time to judge, like, to play together. And then the roster around them is trash. Also, like,
Oh yeah.
Justin Holiday, Reggie Bullock, and Powell. Like, yeah, they need to Frank Ntilikina. Like, nah, they need a better roster. And Wood should be starting. Like, I never got why he comes off the bench. That's beyond me, but whatever. But yeah, the Wood should be starting. He only played like 20 minutes today. But hey, and it's not. He wasn't in foul trouble. Interesting how the NBA is shaping up. There's a couple more weeks left in the season. I can't wait for the playoffs to start. Like, I just want to. Oh, we got to talk about that All-Star game too. That All-Star game was trash.
Yeah, they're not the same anymore. They should go back to the old formats. Maybe get rid of the dunk contest if these stars ain't gonna. If Zion comes in next year, keep it. But if he doesn't, or Ja, like just get rid of it.
Yeah, like stars don't care for it anymore. Like that kid, McClung, he did his thing. He won, good for him. But yeah, it's just boring. Like it's just boring. I did like the halftime performance with like, I like Afro beats, so like Burna Boy and Thames and all that.
Yeah,
So All-Star Weekend just ain't the same. Like the ratings were down this year. It's just not what it was. Like I remember back in the days, it was competitive. Um, you got to see the stars do the dunk contest, and everyone took it seriously. But I felt like this generation, like they don't really take it seriously. There's no pride, like no defense. It's just I don't know. It just ain't what it used. It's not what it really used to be.
no, it's definitely not.
They got to figure out a way. Like Adam Silver, he really needs to figure out a way to kind of like make it more competitive. I don't know if it's just like kind of making it impact the playoffs with whichever conference win gets the home court in the finals, or something like that, or even the regular season isn't really taken seriously by guys. Like you got this load management, and like I don't know, this generation's weird.
Yeah,
It's just weird. Like I just want to see competitive ball. Like maybe they can cut the season. Like maybe 18 games is too much because if guys are resting and taking mad games off, like
it's just not a good look.
yeah, especially like because people always say like imagine you can only go to one game in the year and then you go and then like LeBron's resting and like Luka's resting. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, like I paid to see like the star player, and this is the only game I could actually like see this year. Like
It gets you, it's like today you're gonna see Chris Middleton.
that,
Or
right? It's like I'm all set. Like, like
Peyton
I want,
Pritchard.
yeah, nah, I'm good. I want to see the star players, so they kind of need to figure it out. Like, All-Star Weekend was good. I'm hoping next year they can figure it out and just make it more competitive.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll see. Zion said he might do a dunk contest next year. It's probably cap, but we'll see. Definitely cap. I don't think he's doing it. The
Yeah,
stars all do the 3-point contest now. Yeah, I don't know what
yeah.
Julius was doing there. He's not a shooter. Julius should not have been that contest. I seen his kid crying after he just had like 13 made shots. At least he tried. Bless him, he tried. Dame ended up winning that. That kid McClung, he was like a household name for like 2 days after he won that.
Yeah.
I wonder
And
if
then he got
Dr.
a
Umar.
deal.
Yeah, I wonder if Dr. Umar said anything about that. But yeah, that was pretty much. Was that anything else we missed? I think that's pretty much covers it all this week.
That covers it all. Obviously the playoffs is gonna bring a lot of drama, and that's kind of where the boys become men.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna see are the Knicks for real or are the Nuggets for real.
Hmm.
Time will tell. So I can't wait for that to come. But as always, check us out on social media at Pick and Pop Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. If you want to donate to the show, it's $ Pick and Pop Show on Cash App. And until next time, guys, peace.
Peace.